one of the summer 2020 Salesforce releases that I think has the most potential to change how admins and consultants work from day to day is dynamic forms as well as dynamic actions. So what this release does is it allows you to configure your details, sections, as well as a few actions in the Lightning App Builder instead of going to the back end of the page layout or actions or other parts of the object itself. Currently, as of summer 2020, it's only for custom objects, which is a shame because I think the place where this would be most beneficial is the opportunity objects as well as the lead object, but it looks like they're heading that direction, so we'll just have to wait for future releases. So why this is such a cool release is one, I think editing in the Lightning App Builder has a better user interface. It's more obvious what you're doing and when you're doing it, when you're playing around with the sections. It's also just one click away. If you're on an object and you just click Edit Page, it's right there and you can make those changes. And it's very easy to set particular fields to read-only or required in that area right there versus going to your setup and then object manager and then to that object and then, it's just less clicks, so that's nice. That dynamic layouts can show and hide fields. So this is the main benefit of these dynamic forms and actions is you can set visibility of the action depending on a number of different areas, but I think the two that are most beneficial are the profile, so you don't have to create a million page layouts and assign those different profiles, and the stage, so you're only showing information that makes sense at that particular stage. So this is the demo that I saw a while back on it, and they do it and it sort of looks like an opportunity, but they made this big old custom field to show you how, if we're in the purchase stage, we can hide all the information except for what's needed in the purchase stage. So again, once it's available for opportunities, this will be great, or leads, or different parts of the sales process, that'll be amazing. But right now, if you have a custom object, or maybe you rebuilt an opportunity as a custom object, that might be beneficial. So I've already kind of gotten to the why not. It's not available on standard objects. I wasn't able to see any sort of preview section, so before you save in page layouts, you tend to be able to preview what it's going to look like, and I haven't been able to figure out how to rename sections, so if there is a way of doing that, please let me know in the comments. But let's just do a quick little demo. The first thing you need to do before you can use dynamic forms or actions is to set it up in the back end. So mainly just go to setup, user interface, and I'm going to just look up. It looks like I've already looked up record page settings right here. So if you search for that and turn it on, and notice it says non-GA preview desktop only, so this is only going to work on your desktop, and it's saying, this isn't part of Salesforce, forward-looking notes, all that jazz. Like it's not completely ready for show yet. And then once you've changed that, hit save. Oh, no, I want to turn it on. And we'll see if it's saved or not. Then pop over to the custom object that you are wanting to edit. So I just made a solar opportunity custom object, and we're going to see what we can do in here. So like I mentioned, all you have to do is click edit page right when you're on one of those records. And from here, if you click on the details page, or the details component rather, you can click upgrade to dynamic forms. And I'll walk you through the various steps. Click next. It does mention that they're going to migrate 100 sections and 100 fields. So I'm going to do that from this solar layout page. So if you have more, you may have to bring those in there. And then, all right. First thing you notice is that instead of just the components, we've got components and fields. So all the fields are in here, and if I wanted to add one to this section, I could, or if I wanted to make this one a read-only, that would be silly, but I could, I guess, unless I had a flow working with it. And delete. So like I mentioned, it's a little bit, I think, more intuitive because you can kind of see what it looks like than the typical page layout. The one thing I do like about the old page layout is this palette right here. Is you can click on different sections and see where they are. And then also when you create a new section, let's create a new section in this palette right here, you can name that section, where as soon as I made this a dynamic form, I've got fields and then additional fields, but I don't know how to rename that. I mean, again, I could be missing something, so so write me in the comments. But it looks like I've got, you know, a number of different areas that I could use to customize it, but I can't customize those names. So if I want to break up these sections into, you know, maybe the details section and the energy section and the financial section, I wouldn't know how to name it that. And that's the big thing that I want to do, is I want to have these hidden or appear until I want them. So that was one of my sticking points so far. But what we can do is, let's say for this energy production stage, we only want to see it on the evaluation. So this is the cool part. So I click on the energy production, and I'm going to add a filter, and I could do it based off any of these sections right here. So I'm going to go down and pick stage, and is equal to the evaluation. Done. Cool. So now when it's the evaluation stage, this will appear. When it's not, it will not appear. So that's a really neat feature, so people are just seeing the things that they need to see. Another one up here that I think is going to be really exciting is, it's still in beta, but enable dynamic actions. So we click that, and then if we add an action, so one of them maybe submit for approval, then add a filter. After rebate amount, I think I got a discount field on here. Discount is greater than or equal to 20%. Done. All right. So now that submit for approval button will automatically appear when the discount field is above 20%, which I mean that's really neat. I like that feature quite a bit. I'm trying to think what else I could do in here. There was just adding and manipulating and changing different sections. Let's see, what else did I have? I think that's most of what I wanted to see. So let's go save, and we'll activate it. And then we'll see what it looks like. Cool. So let's test out some of those. So if we're right now, we're not seeing that energy section, but now we do. So that's pretty cool. That worked. And let me go to the discount. Let's give them a 30% discount. All right, now we got to submit for approval. There we go. Use cheap. All right, well, I do need to build the process in the background, but you get what I'm saying here. Very customizable. Will be really cool when it develops in the future. So if anybody out there is using this and has some additional features, I'd love to hear about them. Otherwise, I hope this demo was helpful to see the potential power of dynamic forms and actions.